Howdy Pards, welcome back to the RugerRanger. We got a new gun in the project, the Ruger SP101. Little solid steel stainless 38 powerhouse. 5 rounds in the chamber. Absolute fantastic gun. Just got done shooting 100 rounds through this thing. Haven't cleaned it, haven't done a thing. Took it right out of the box, took it down to the range, right here on the ranch, and shot 100 rounds through it. And this is what I've decided. I've decided that I'm getting old. Once again, you know, I can see this side, I can see that side, I can see the target, but all three at once I have a real problem with. As long as I didn't use a black target, I was fine. The front black sight, I would get lost on the target like nothing, which that's just the way it is at this age of my life. If my eyesight were perfect, I'd still be working. So, no, this is what I found. Number one, I don't really know the principle or the theory in having the hammer on this thing. I mean, at 2.25 inches, it's not a target gun. So I can't imagine I'm going to be doing any cocking of this thing. This is a double action only firearm for me. A defensive firearm like this. But you know, I didn't get the one with the double action only hammer. I wish it had that. And this may end up, if I can con them into sending me a double action only hammer, it may end up with that. Because to me, that would be a great concealed carry gun. With a double action only hammer on it, I can't imagine ever cocking this thing in that type of situation. You're just asking for trouble. I just assume this is double action only. Great shooting little gun though. Absolutely fantastic. What I don't like is, of course, I haven't talked about this yet. I talked about it on my other channel, but I haven't talked about the grips from the 80s. These are from well, I think it was 88 when this came out. You look at them, you see kind of women with really big hair, shoulder pads, and Don Johnson running around with a t-shirt and a sport coat on. Kind of stuck in the 80s, you know. It might be time to... I could see if this were G10, put some G10 grips on this thing and update it, that would be a nice shooter. The other thing I did notice, and this is funny because so many people complaining about the American, which I have right here, by the way, the American, and when they shoot it, it rubs the webbing in their hand raw, which me, not at all. Absolute non-issue, so I don't know what's causing that for them, but I've got absolute no issue with that whatsoever. But here, it was rubbing my finger raw right here, and I can tell you why. Pretty obvious. It's because this is just flat and as sharp as could be, which I'm going to correct in about 60 seconds and just buff it, grind it and buff it. Boom, boom. It'll take no time at all, and it'll be really, really nice, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So far, very impressive gun. Just warming it up, you know, just working out these little things, and then we'll give it a good going. 100 rounds. It shot point to aim. If I did my job, it did its job. No complaints at all. Very, very nice gun. Yeah, I really, really like this gun, and it's a hefty little gun, but it's so small that even though it's heavy because it's solid stainless steel, it's still, you know, it's doable, it's carryable. It's not that big a gun, so it's not that heavy, and it's kind of nice because the recoil is non-existent on the thing. It's like shooting a 22 because it just does not recoil because it's hefty enough. Fantastic little gun. When I get done playing with it, which is what I'm going to do right now, as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to play with it, and I'm going to fix this up a little bit so it's for me. Yeah, the way I like it. So, fantastic gun, though. This is one that's going to be on our program repeatedly, and I'm going to do a video on this one and my LCR 357. We're going to compare them and take a look at the recoil difference, the heavy gun versus the light gun. Pretty comparable guns. So tune in for that. And, of course, I'll update this the longer I shoot it. But I don't think it's going to be very exciting because I think it'll just get better and better and better as it gets shot. Because even 100 rounds, it is considerably smoother and nicer shooter at the end than it was when I started. So just an absolute fantastic gun. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you like my channel, the RugerRanger, please subscribe. And, of course, we have a website, RugerRanger.com, and you can get us on Facebook, RugerRanger. So, thanks for tuning in. Here's hoping you have an easy saddle and good riding parts. May your boots never get dusty and your guns never get rusty. Till next time, go out, stay safe.